Alright, 3, 2, 1. We're here with Slur TCG.
What's up, man?
So we have here third place himself at YCS Providence, Rhode Island. My goodness, please introduce yourself to the world, man.
What's up? My name is Jim. I just got third place and at YCS Providence playing pure Mitsurugi.
What made you decide to play this deck for the event?
I mean, it was between this and Raizo Mitsurugi, but I found that deck draws too many awkward hands. So, and also after testing, this pure Mitsurugi is retarded. This deck is crazy. This deck breaks any board. This deck doesn't need any other engine for consistency or any of that. In my opinion.
Sweet. Before we see the group, any shoutouts?
Shout out to all the crew from IHC. My boy Kevin, who couldn't make it.
Yeah, Rip, we forgot to pick Kevin out.
And all the guys that are here right now: Gage, Sanko, Brandon, Ash, Kyrie, my man, Russ, all of them. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Will, Mitsael. I don't see them around, but
They were just here.
yeah, I know they're here. So, yeah.
Sweet. Without further ado, please present the third place group.
For like normal summons, we're like 3 Aramasa, your main starter. It just does everything on its own. And you won normal summons to some degree, which is why you also play the Saji, which is your other normal summon, but you only play one. The second one doesn't come up. You want to play as less normal summons as you can. This is a starter. This is not. This is more of like a 2-card combo, and you never want to normal summon this thing because it plays too hard into Impermor Veiler when this deck should never play into Impermor Veiler. So, and then last but not least, it's the Kusanagi, the one of brick. Sometimes comes up where you normal summon it, but rarely. You have to play it for engine requirements. And a spicy tech is the new non-ritual main deck monster, Wuzu. This card comes up going second pretty much every time. This card is really strong. This deck doesn't really commit anything into the board. It doesn't really play into negates. It doesn't really play into removal that much. So being able to start your plays by adding this to your hand and triggering whatever you want and triggering your ritual monsters, your main deck monsters is so strong. You could make the argument for side it. If you were going to side it, I think you might side even 3 of them because it's that good. But I decided to main deck it because I think this deck is much better going second than going first. So for the rituals, 3, your main starter. Card does everything. That's it. 2, sometimes comes up where you have the threat from it from the first one in hand, but you summon the other one from deck or vice versa. It also comes up if they banish it with a bestial and you get to summon another one. It's your main boss monster. This card is really strong. You have to play. You can get away with 1. I always side out 1, but 2 in main deck, I think it's great. And then the one of Futsu makes your grind infinite. This card is strong. It's just there. It's your main grind piece. Another ritual monster you have. All good. You have to play all 3 in this deck. For the spells, 3 prayers. This card is broken. It's just broken. I am a Memento player at heart. This card is better Bone Party.
Don't say that. No, he's not.
This card is better Bone Party. This card is crazy. Bone Party is also broken. But yeah, this card just does everything. Lets you play through draw. If you open this card, you'll automatically play through draw for some reason. That's just how this deck works. Because you just go prayers, add Hawakiri, summon Saji, tribute Saji, add a ritual spell, they draw you, and then you just go. I mean, it doesn't automatically let you play into draw, but if you have anything else plus this, you play into draw. Because you just summon the Murakumo from your hand or deck, and then the Kusanagi adds back this prayers, and you already have the setup for prayers Murakumo, which is mostly your go-to. 3 ritual spell, you want to open it. It's consistency. It's not a starter or anything like that, but you just, if you hard draw this with a ritual monster, you just play through everything. So yeah. And last but not least, pre-prep. This card feels retarded. This card is crazy. This card makes Impulse not a choke point. This card gives you so much consistency. When you resolve an ad and they don't have draw, then you activate this, you pretty much win. This card is that good. It is your best starter. It's your best extender. It does everything. It's crazy. 2 extra for 1 prosperity. Just usual pod ratios. You do 3 no prosperity. That's what I was testing first, because I would rather resolve this than this. But for siding patterns, I decided to play 2 because I'm cutting these 2 out when I side in, and I keep this in the main deck. That's about it.
That makes sense.
The search for pre-prep. This card is better than the people give it credit for. It lets you play into Perulia so much better. Lets you, for example, if you have Ritual Spell plus Ritual Monster, especially if you have Murakumo or Futsu, you just go Ritual Spell someone from deck, whichever one you're missing, and then add this, and then this summons the one you just tributed from hand by tributing the one on field, and you just give them 0 draws into Perulia. Actually, I gave 0 draws to everyone who activated Perulia in this tournament.
Let's go.
0 draws because of this card. Or I opened pre-prep, which it does the same thing. The one of Trap, you just gotta play it. Makes your end boards. It's an Omnigate, bro. It triggers your shit. It's a good, crazy follow-up. And the one Magatama, this card, it doesn't read like that good. It's like a better card to draw than the trap card. It makes your engine a little bit stronger to have another search target for you to have on the end board. It's not a bad draw. Helps you dodge stuff with Murakumo, which is really important going second. You always like pre-add prayers before you summon Murakumo in case they try to threaten you somehow. But yeah, this card is just fine. I keep it going second because it's a good draw, and I side out the trap. So in case I break their board, but I do not kill them, I am able to set up this plus prayers, which is usually enough. And then for non-engine, I mean the one of talents, you gotta play it. 2 thrust. Thrust is just going second. That's broken engine, which is really important. And going first, you play the best hand trap in the game, and you can set it out of thrust, which is impulse. This is the best hand trap in the game right now. Hits Malice, is really strong going second, is really strong going first, is really strong when you open 2 and use 1 going first and second. This card is retarded and makes throws better going first, which is why I decided to main deck it, because you can set it. And you can also set your own trap, it sometimes comes up. So it's mostly just for, I think it's a really strong package going first and second, which is why I decided to main deck it. And then
Here they come.
7 Charmers in the main deck. I'm not siding any anymore. I think this is the perfect ratio to like open either 1 or 2, depending if you're going. It only happened once in the tournament where I opened 2 of them while I went first. But my engine is strong enough to like play through a lot and like make a decent board. That I did not mind seeing them. But going second, these were needed throughout the whole tournament. This came up. Pretty much everything came up. I would say I wish I drew Meows more into Malice. I wish I drew Fuwa more into Malice. The Malice matchups, I mostly win like second, or I drew like a lot of good engine and good breakers, but not Charmies. I found in testing that you can break the Malice board, but you cannot kill them or make a board strong enough to stop them from playing on the follow-up turn. So you need to Charmy them to slow them down. And I wish I saw them more into Malice.
Yeah, what was your record against Malice past 2 days?
It was
Like 10-1.
It was
like something crazy.
I lost in round 4 to Malice. Then before that, I won 2. Then in round 11, I faced the other Malice, which was Lucas Sacco. I lost to him. So
That's true. Okay.
So in Swiss, I got 2, and then I lost 2. And then in Top Cut, I went against 3 Malice in a row, which I beat all 3. And then I lost the semifinals. And then I beat Aditya, which was
pretty good.
The 4th place. So yeah, it was like 7-2.
Yeah.
Against Malice.
What's your main deck count?
40 cores. I think it didn't came up as much as I thought because I was able to break pretty much any board. But my idea for 40 cores was that my idea in my head was that you were gonna blind scoop against Malice a lot of the times, and they would ask you how many cards you have. And if you say more than 40, you're not playing Malice. And if you
Roger.
And if you are playing Malice with more than 40, you're a bad player. So like it's fine. So
Don't tell out the gauge, dog.
But yeah, that was the idea for 40 cards. Mitsurugi really wants to play more than 40 in my opinion, which is also one of the reasons I decided not to play it. Alongside Impulse, Extra, but yeah. Going to the extra deck, it's a bunch of like extra targets. I have the one of Zeus, never came up. I never summoned this. Summoned this like once when I already won. This came up more than I should. I should have played two, but I never banished it out of extra. This card is really strong into Malice. Never came up. Never came up. Never came up. This came up. This card is it's pretty good. It helps you like bait stuff because it makes things to be able to like run over easier, and it adds like material for your ritual summons. It comes up sometimes going second, but that's about it. Never came up, and then this did came up, but it's just that's why I played two. It's just IP into SP, just makes sure we're stronger.
Makes sense, yeah.
You always have free bodies, like free fours, and you either convert them into IP or this. If I'm going against Raichu, I'd summon this. If I'm going against Malice, I make this. About it.
Seeing 2 IP is weird.
And for the side deck, I'm on 3 draw. I was thinking of not playing this card because I thought I was going to see more Malice than usual, but nah. I faced more Raichu and Malice and Swiss, and then top guy did face more Malice than Raichu, but still, you wanted to have this card. I was thinking about like going back again, maybe main decking it, but not really. It was not worth it to main deck, but you have decided. Malice 8. I mean,
Yep.
just nice.
Shout out to Gold Rare.
Yep. And then for breakers, for thrust targets, I'm on Harpy's Lightning Storm. This came up a lot just because I main deck thrust. Also opening them, just draw extra, draw one of these, feels broken. Or going second, you open one of these, feels broken. Or you charm me, you draw into these, feels broken. And then the goo, which it's the card I cut extra for because they conflict, is Gordon Slicer. This card just came out. Yo, yeah, Gordon Slicer mentioned, bro. This card, people. Well, first, people will always misread this card. They think you cannot chain anything to it, which that's not what it says. It just says it cannot be negated, which is fine. They can respond to stuff. It just makes them interact with you. If they, it always gets rid of something. Like in the Malice board, you always get rid of the Ally Cold Talker and the Firewall, and they usually trigger the Firewall to add back stuff, which turns off your thrust, your talents. It also makes it so that like they might commit more into the board, which makes the Kaiju guy better going second because you might be able to hit something that's more important than whatever it's on board. So, but yeah, this card is really good. If your deck can grab 12 cards from your extra deck and banish them and go a +1, this card is really strong. If your deck cannot do it, this card sucks.
I wanted you to top deck it so bad.
This deck can do it.
We're waiting for it on stream.
And it's not worth it into Raichu and Mitsurugi, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I guess Malice, I always sided this shit in. This card is really strong. And if we're going first, the 3 Judgment. I was between Warning and Strike. I ended up just, you know what, fuck it, just Judgment. This card is strong as hell. And then the thrust targets, the Sanctum and the Shield and Gnomes. They never came up because I never drew thrust.
Oh.
Like going first, I always drew like Engine, which was enough to win most games going first. So, but the theory is that, I mean, this hits like Mitsurugi really hard, and this turns off a lot of the Malice shit. So. It also makes my siding patterns clean if I'm not going first, because I'm main decking 7 Charmies, which are not useful going first. So whenever I go against Raichu, I do this, and then put the 3 draw, and that's 7 cards for the 7 Charmies.
The draws, you mean?
Oh, yeah. And then if I'm going
go.
against Malice, it's gonna be, instead of draw, is Lancia, and instead of this, is Sanctum. So
There you go.
So it makes the siding pattern for like going first much easier, and going second as well. You always side these in. You always side these in against Malice. You cut like Perolia, some of the Charmies, some of the Engine, the Trap card, the second Murakumo, one of the normal summons, and the extra for these, and that gives you like clean siding patterns. So, and yeah, that would be it.
Congrats again on your first YCS top ever and third place.
Appreciate it.
You're the go, Jim. Jim is him.
Appreciate it.
Thanks everyone.